Welcome to the Scribus tutorial. First step is to open the program. You should have it on the desktop, but if not, you can use the handy-dandy search bar. You can ignore this warning on startup. If this is your first time, you'll need to go to Open Existing Document and search through your folders for the add template. But once you've done it, you'll be able to find the add template in the Open Recent document, which saves you a little bit of time. Now these templates will be built with layers to make them easier to edit. If for any reason you don't see the layers window when you boot up, simply go to Windows, Layers, and that'll bring it back. This button here is Make Layer Visible. It's actually a handy way to check and see what layer the thing you want to edit is on. The only other button you might need to worry about here is the lock button. Right now I've locked the background layer so that you can edit everything else without having an effect on this background. So let's look at editing some text. First you need to make sure you're on the text layer. Then you can click on any of the text frames you want. Right-click on a text frame and go to Edit Text, which will bring up the text window. Here you can change what the text says. You can change the alignment of the text. You can change the font of the text. And you can change the size of the text. You can also change the color. None of these changes will take effect until you're ready, and you hit the little check mark, which is Update Text Frame, and there you go. If you want to edit, say, a starburst, we go to the starburst level. You can change the size of them, you can move them around. If we want to edit a photo, we go to the photo level, where again, we can easily move the photos around and change the sizes. Often it's easiest to copy what's there and edit it. So for instance, let's move these guys a little bit. Then I'm going to go to the starburst layer. I'm going to right click on one of the starbursts and select copy. You can click anywhere else, right click, and hit paste. Now we have another starburst to work with. Then I'm going to go to the text layer. I can select these text frames, hold down the Shift button, and that allows me to select several of them at once. You can let go of the Shift button, right click to copy the text, click anywhere else, and then right click to paste. Once again, I can hold down the Shift button to grab many of these at the same time, move them into place. If you want to edit a photo that is already there, you can go to the photo layers, click on any photo, right click, and go to Get Image. This will replace the photo with whatever it is we pick from our files. If you want to add a new photo, you go to Insert, Insert Image Frame, select a place for the photo. We now have a blank image frame. Right click on the image frame and Get Image will let us pick something new. Go with that for right now. You can see that the image doesn't really fill this frame properly. If we right click on the frame, one of the options is Adjust Image to Frame, which will automatically make the image match the frame. And at this point you can actually change the frame size and the image will update and automatically change with it. If you want to add new text, you simply go to the text layer, then Insert Text Frame. You can put that wherever you want. That gives you an empty frame. right click on it, go to edit text, and now we can write whatever new text we need. Change how it shows up. I'm going to change the color so that it shows up well on this black background. I'm going to change font to match some of the others, and then when I'm ready, hit the check mark to update that text frame. You can also change the size of a text frame, and the text will kind of move to fill the space however it can. You'll want to save it on a fairly regular basis with Control S or going to File. When you're ready to see what this all looks like, we can go to Export. Save as PDF is the best option for printing. You can usually ignore these problems. Now when it comes to the PDF, you can change what folder it's going to go to here. By default, it should go in the same folder as the add template. The only other things to keep in mind, you want to make sure all of the fonts are embedded. So easiest to just hit embed all. And for color, you'll want to change the output intended to printer. The program will remember these options, so you usually only have to do this the first time. Takes a minute to export the PDF, but once it's done, you should be able to find it in the same folder as the add template. The other option you might use is export to image. You can leave most of these settings the same. By default, it's 72 dots per inch, which is perfectly fine for the internet, but you can increase this. I think newspapers like 240 and magazines like 600, but if you're saving it as an image, you're probably going to use it for the internet, so 720 is fine. And we now have a PDF for printing and an image to use on the website. That's all for the first tutorial, but I'll probably do another one of these with a new template with some more advanced features.